This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. St. Thomas teen charged with illegal possession of firearm. A teenager has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an incident on the Albion Main Road in Yala, St. Thomas on Friday. He has been identified as 19-year-old Dante Francis of Logwood District in the parish. The Yalas police say about 4:35 p.m., lawmen were in the area when they signaled the driver of a Toyota Fielder motor car to stop. He complied and the search of the vehicle was conducted. The police say a pistol with a magazine containing 12 rounds of ammunition was found. Francis was taken into custody and subsequently charged. $3 million Ganja bust in St. Elizabeth. The narcotics police have seized about 2,500 pounds of compressed ganja with a street value of approximately $3 million. The drug was seized during targeted early morning raids in St. Elizabeth on Friday. The police say during the operation, a stash house was discovered in Bethany District. They say inside the house they found several bags and packages of compressed ganja, which were evidently being prepared for the export market. Clarendon man charged with housebreaking and larceny. 23-year-old Andre Mackenzie of Fosmore Drive, Maypen in Clarendon has been arrested and charged with housebreaking and larceny following an incident on Thursday, July 7. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 12 p.m., the complainant, who is the caretaker of the premises, locked up the house and left. Upon her return, she discovered that the outside gate was open and the padlocks on the veranda grill were removed. Further checks revealed that several items were missing from the house, including 5 television sets, 1 DVR, laptops, computers, and appliances, all valuing $500,000. The police, acting on information, visited another location where Mackenzie was caught in the process of breaking into a house. He was accosted and a caution statement given, after which he was charged on Friday, August 5. His court date is yet to be finalized. Man killed, teen wounded in Catherine Hall gun attack. Police investigators are probing Friday night's killing of a man and the wounding of a teenager during a shooting incident in Catherine Hall in Montego Bay, St. James. Dead is 29-year-old Kemar Wilson, a cable technician of Catherine Hall. Police reports are that about 10 p.m., Wilson was among several persons at a shop when gunmen pounced and opened fire at the group. When the shooting subsided, Wilson and a 15-year-old boy were found suffering from bullet wounds. They were assisted to the hospital, where Wilson was pronounced dead and the teenager admitted. Investigations are ongoing. Inclement weather sends Independence Day ceremony indoors in Portland. 45 minutes of torrential rainfall forced a change of venue for the official flag raising ceremony to commemorate Jamaica's 60th year of independence in Portland from outdoors to the Portland Municipal Corporation's conference room. The quick decision by the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission ensured that the formal aspects of the ceremony could take place. The husband and wife duo of Darrell and Anne-Marie Vaz, members of Parliament for West and East Portland respectively, delivered Prime Minister Andrew Holness's Independence Day message. Meanwhile, Councillor Caretaker for the Fellowship Division, Colin Bell, delivered the Independence Day message from the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding. Following the ceremony, members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Jamaica Fire Brigade, cadets, and the students, backed by a marching band, paraded through the streets of Port Antonio. St. James man slapped with murder and illegal gun charges. 26-year-old Shawnee James, a fisherman of Bottom Road, Orange District in St. James, was charged with the murder of 39-year-old LaVarbia Clayton, otherwise called Rasta, a graphic artist, which occurred at Over River District in the parish on Sunday, May 3, 2020. Reports from the Montego Bay Police are that about 5 p.m. on the day in question, residents heard explosions in the area and summoned the police. On their arrival, Clayton was seen lying in a pool of blood with multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. An investigation was launched and an intelligence-led operation was carried out at the home of James. A search of the premises was conducted and several documents were seen containing particulars of persons residing overseas along with 7 cellular phones. He was subsequently taken into custody for murder and possession of identity information. Further investigations revealed that James was in possession of an illegal firearm, a .44 Magnum revolver with 3 9mm rounds of ammunition. James was additionally charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. His court date has not been finalized. Kingston man charged with robbery and illegal possession of firearm. 27-year-old Mario Hines, otherwise called Panka, of Pink Lane in Kingston 14, has been arrested and charged with robbery with aggravation and illegal possession of firearm following an incident on Friday, July 29. Reports from the Eletson Road Police are that about 7:25 p.m., the complainant was walking home along with a young child when a silver motor car with Hines and 3 others aboard drove up behind her and stopped. Hines and 2 other men alighted from the car, one armed with a firearm, and they proceeded to rob the complainant of her knapsack containing an LG 820 cellular phone valued at $20,000, as well as $50,000 cash, a check in the amount of $39,000, 1 Amazon tablet, 1 blood pressure machine valued at $9,000, a blood sugar machine valued at $2,000, 1 pill cutter valued at $500, a bank card and her driver's license. The men made good their escape in the area in the said motor car. The police, acting on information, subsequently arrested Hines and the cell phone and the tablet were found in his possession. Hines was positively identified to the police and was charged on Friday, August 5. His court date is being finalized. Jamaican alleges profiling in Mexico shut out. A 27-year-old Jamaican man who traveled to Mexico on Monday but who was denied entry by immigration officers has determined that he was wrongfully detained and sent back to the island as the number of Jamaicans being rejected by the North American country grows. Rajani Cunningham, a computer science major at the University of the West Indies, was among a group of 9 Jamaicans placed in a holding area at the Tucumán International Airport in Panama after being sent back on a flight from Mexico City a day after arriving. He was expected to travel on a domestic flight from the Mexican capital to San Luis Potosí, where his Jamaican fiancée, who teaches English in the central Mexico City, was waiting to receive him. But the Jamaican's troubles began when he arrived in Mexico City shortly after 1 a.m. and was interrogated by an immigration officer whose English was reportedly limited. "I am disappointed, I am confused. I was unfairly treated without any explanation," said Cunningham, who is not the holder of a United States visa. "I was wondering what did I do wrong, until I realized that I was being profiled based on what they believed the situation was rather than what I had there to prove," he added. The Mexican government has toughened the immigration processes on incoming Jamaicans amid growing concerns over an illegal human smuggling corridor to the U.S. The development has caused the increased scrutiny of travelers on bona fide business or leisure trips, as Jamaicans with criminal records or other red flags pay thousands of US dollars for safe passage across the border from Mexico into the U.S. Middlemen charge up to $300,000 Jamaican dollars a head. The news contacted Mexican ambassador to Jamaica, Juan José González Miares, who said that he could not comment on the matter. In a news interview on Thursday, Cunningham said that he informed the immigration officer that he did not speak Spanish and asked if he could speak with someone familiar with English. He said the official summoned a colleague who too spoke limited English. He said he showed the two his travel itinerary and accommodation information after a request, but noted that did little to help his case. The Jamaican said the official asked him to follow them to a room where he was instructed to remove his shoelaces and a belt and to empty his pockets. He said he complied. Cunningham said that he was then shown to a room with multiple beds. Exhausted, he said that he took a nap before being called to another room, where he was reportedly forced to hurriedly sign several documents written only in Spanish. He said sometime before 4 a.m., he asked to make a phone call to his fiancée. His phone, which officials had reportedly confiscated, was returned, but he was not able to reach his partner, who said she had fallen asleep while waiting for his arrival in the country. Cunningham said he was taken back to the holding area where he fell asleep. He was awakened by a loud call from a man who shouted Jamaica. He said that without explanation he was asked to gather his things and to follow the police and other officials. He and a few other detainees were then subjected to a final luggage check before being instructed to follow the officers. Next, 3 men in suits labeled Marine showed up and led us to the gate. On the flight status board was a flight stating Panama City. It was at this point that I finally realized that I was being sent back to Jamaica, Cunningham told the news. His request to speak with someone who knew English was denied, he said, as well as a request to contact his fiancée. He said that his cell phone was returned to him only after he boarded a flight in Panama City for Kingston. Cunningham arrived in the island shortly after 2 p.m. on Wednesday. The Jamaican and his fiancée have been trying desperately to get an explanation. None has been forthcoming. It is a terrible feeling to be treated inhumanely. I repeatedly asked for someone who spoke English, and to be denied that was really unfair, said Cunningham. Furthermore, he said throughout his ordeal, he was fed only once. There was a more than 60% surge in travel between Jamaica and Mexico in 2021. Data forecasts show that approximately 12,000 Jamaicans will travel to Mexico this year. Panama is usually the first port of call of the human smuggling scheme. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.